and Butt-Head. Beavis and Butt-Head. Out of all the games I've been requested to do, you guys decided that I should do Beavis and Butt-Head. Oh, what the hell, I wanted to do it in the first place because I'm a huge fan of the show! Beavis and Butt-Head is a show that was created, designed, and stars Mike Judge. The cartoon ran on MTV from 1993 to 1997. It was revived back in 2011 for a brief time, but it was still awesome. With the success of the show, it later branched out to a bunch of merchandise, comic books, a feature film, and of course video games. There are a bunch of games based off of Beavis and Butt-Head, but the ones I got requested to review are the ones on the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and the Game Boy. Well, I am going to take a look at all three of these games because these are the ones I've been requested to do. So even if I try to piss you guys off, but I'm going to be 100% with my opinion on this. So whatever I say, I'm not going to take it back. My apologies in advance. So let's begin with the Super Nintendo version.
This is going to be cool.
So we begin with the disclaimer for the players, and we get to the title screen with an awesome 16-bit version of the theme song. I love this renderization. I always love dancing to this beat. Alright, enough enjoyment, let's talk about the story. Beavis and Butt-Head are channel surfing until they saw an ad for a Gwar concert in their town. Well, if you know the show, Beavis and Butt-Head are huge fans of Gwar. So they're short out of cash to get any tickets for the concert. So Butt-Head decided to take some photos of doing cool things so they could get in for free. So that's how the plot settles through. It's pretty decent for a Beavis and Butt-Head game. Hell, maybe it might be like an episode of the show.
We're there, dude.
Alright, now for the gameplay. This is a side-scrolling action game. You just have to survive through each level, defeat the boss at the end, and take a photo to show your success. You control either Beavis or Butt-Head. Holding left or right will make them move around in a set direction. Pressing up lets you enter a door, stick your tongue out for some falling food, or interact with some various stuff, background objects, or make a block move while fighting in a certain level. Holding down lets you duck or pick up items on the ground like as ammo, extra lives, and etc. The A button lets Butt-Head throw Beavis when they're close to each other. The B button lets you jump. The X button lets you run while either holding right or left. The Y button uses the weapon that you have, but if you have no weapon, it does nothing. And of course the L button will let Butt-Head pick his nose or Beavis picking his butt. The weapons you have in this game are a paintball shooter, a boxing bat, which of course is a boxing glove on top of a bat. I call it a boxing bat for short. Water bags that you find in the hospital, and pogo sticks. Not much here, but I think that the amount works out for this game. Hell, I love whacking people with a boxing bat. It's so satisfying. Well, sometimes I can't aim very well with the pogo stick. The main purpose is to hop over a large pond to avoid alligators and of course to squish spiders. Trying to squish a spider really is just a small problem to me, because I can't even aim for shit. Now, I know it takes a lot of practice, but it was just a nitpick. In this game, there are only 4 main levels, 5 if you count the Gwar concert. Most of them have some video game tropes that annoy me to death. For instance, in the streets of Highland, I sometimes can't predict when I have to move to the next clothesline while bouncing on them. As a dumbass, I didn't even realize that the boxing bat could get rid of the dogs and crows in my path. Even at the hospital, the foreground graphics tries to hide the buckets that hurt me. Overall, each level has a different obstacle that'll keep you on your toes. So at the end of each level, you find a boss battle, which of course, again, will keep you on your toes if you're not prepared. So once they're defeated, I'll say this again, our heroes will take pictures of their awesomeness. Between each levels, you'll be couch fishing in order to refill your health meter with the food dropping from above. Refilling your meter will be a big help for the next level. But watch out, you're gonna have to avoid the old lady or the dog that'll snag the hook so you won't finish up your health meter. Ugh. Speaking of food, you will find some food around the level to fill up your meter. You could also find some quarters to use them for the vending machine or the sweet bonus fighting game that I found. Yeah, it's really cool to finally have Beavis and Butt-Head fight each other, and it's kind of like a stereotypical fighting game, whatever. But visually, sometimes I feel like barfing into the bathroom. This game can get kind of pixely. Nevertheless, the graphics are in a passable stage. The beginning cutscenes and the pictures look amazing for Super Nintendo standards, but at least they aren't knockoffs of the characters. They look just how they are from the show.
Whoa.
The game has some memorable characters from the show, like Todd, who looks up to the main protagonist, their neighbor, Tom Anderson, who our heroes annoy the shit out of him.
Mr. Anderson, what in the hell do you want, boy? We've been expecting you. Gosh darn nation, I have some good sense and got both of you out.
I highly doubt you would do that, Mr. Anderson.
Huh.
Hey, Beavis.
Tom Anderson is kicking your butt.
What? No, he's not. Where's all your power?
Damn it, boy!
Daria, or Diarrhea as Beavis and Butt-Head call her, Coach Buzzcut, and even Stuart, who the boys don't like very much. The music is solid rocking with some quiet moments for some peace.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, I love this game's soundtrack so much, but sometimes in levels you hear the same songs over and over again, and it kinda gets repetitive. Well, at least it's good music I'm listening instead of some random bullshit. Hearing Beavis and Butt-Head in the game is really cool. The voiceover sounds excellent on the Super Nintendo. Alright, let's just wrap this up. So after going through the War concert, that's it. No end boss or anything, you just have to avoid the security guard that's trying to stop you. But at least Beavis and Butt-Head are satisfied with their epic adventure. Overall, I had to say that this game is loads of fun. If you're a big Beavis and Butt-Head fan, I highly recommend getting this game. Now it's time for the Sega Genesis version, and keep in mind, I told you I'm gonna give my 100% honest opinion. To start this off, we have the main title screen, and I had to say that the main theme sounds butchered. In my opinion, I don't like it. So the story is almost the same as the Super Nintendo version, but with a twist. Beavis and Butt-Head did get their tickets for the Guar concert, but a damn dog snatched them away. So the little rascal coughed them up, but then suddenly, Mr. Anderson shredded them with his riding mower. Yep, it's all Mr. Anderson's fault, son of a bitch. So our heroes have to find all the pieces of their tickets to make it to their Guar concert. So that is an interesting story, but is the gameplay good? Nope.
Come on.
The gameplay is a bit bonkers to work with. Well, of course, we have our run, jump, and attack with weapons if you even have to find them. All you have as weapons in this game for now is Beavis' burp and Butt-Head's farts.
You farted. Somebody's baking brownies.
Even with a weapon, killing enemies takes a lot more than one shot in the happy sack. Even if I try, I just end up dead. Well, of course, if you die only fucking once, you're dead. I played games that did make me try to beat it in one shot and failed. This kind of gaming trope needs to burn and die. Look, I played this game for around 45 minutes, and I was trying my best to play this. The frustration and those so-called puzzle elements really burns my boiling point. The only positive thing I have to say about this game is the music. Yeah, it's a fine soundtrack for this game. Sounds like music that would have been heard on the show. But let's be honest, I tried, folks. I really tried playing this game, but in my opinion, it just sucks. Some of you might enjoy this game, but as for me, I just can't take it anymore. My curiosity is over, and that's the end of this game. Now, when there's a Super Nintendo version and a Sega Genesis version, there has to be shit at the bottom of the barrel made. Out would come the Game Boy version. Now, let me just start with this. That the graphics are okay for a handheld game. but the niceness ends here. First off, the game is picked in an overhead view like in Zelda. You talk to people, grab some items, and you hold 2 items in one inventory screen, again like in Zelda. First time playing this, I got so confused with everything. The plot didn't make sense, the items are questionable to use, and it is just a mess to me. I managed to process further in this game, but with some dumb luck. You have some fetch quests with the principal to get the report cards, and even collecting 10 tennis balls for some tennis player. I don't know why. But once I got to the sewers, it had me on the ropes. And I tried my damn best to get through here, and it's just too difficult. First off, it goes from an overview to a side-scroller, and everything, and I mean everything, is trying to kill you. Yes, even mice. Plus, if you manage to touch the sewer water, whoop, down you go, fucker! And that was it. I died so many times in the sewer, and that was the end of my playthrough, and the end of my curiosity. I'm sorry that this video was not so entertaining and trying to give my honest opinion and try to love all these games, but I only can recommend the Super Nintendo version because that one knows how to make a Beavis and Butt-Head game well. Can you imagine if Beavis and Butt-Head managed to play the Genesis version and the Game Boy version?
Beavis? Were you smoking crack or something?
You said crack.
Oh, right.
Crack, 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 crack. This game sucks. Sucks. I don't know. Guys say this game sucks. I need to know our bundle.
Okay.
Well, that was weird. Anyway, that was Beavis and Butt-Head. Those games are very interesting to take a look at, but out of all of them, I still say that the Super Nintendo version is the better game. So, if you're a big Beavis and Butt-Head fan, check that one out. It's really good. But now, I got another game that you guys requested me to do.